Good morning, dear ladies, dear gentlemen, dear guests, dear partners. It's my honor on behalf of Knowledge Triangle Network and on behalf of North Plus Horizontal Program to welcome you to this session, to this event, University Business Collaboration Through Success Stories. And I know that we all are very excited about the topic of university business collaboration. We all know that it can and it actually is already stimulating new opportunities for students, for academics, for research and development, for curriculum development, for mobility, also for internationalization and cooperation and collaborations all over. And I know that we as all project partners, would it be Stockholm or Norway or Finland or Lithuania and Latvia, we already observe some real outputs and positive impacts from the university business cooperation project. And with this initiatives that we are just starting today, we will be collecting hopefully many of those examples, and we will be able to learn from and inspire from each other and other case studies that are going to be collected during next 12 months and going to be published in a handbook later in autumn 2014. So for today we are going to see a number of case studies already, and I think it's something like 7, and then after the short break we are going also to have live discussions on the topicality of university business collaboration. So with this, once again, be welcome, have a nice day, and I give the floor to the first case study speakers. It's a team of University of Latvia, and I invite Kitija Freja to start the story from the University of Latvia over here. Please be welcome.
Good morning, experts. It is a great pleasure to welcome you in University of Latvia. This event is a great opportunity for us to learn from cooperation partners in Finland, Norway, Estonia, and Sweden, and also to share with our experience and success stories in this field. From my side, I will just give you a brief overview of University of Latvia, and later on we'll give floor to experts from University of Latvia to give more detailed information about our cases. But if we just mention a couple of examples in general about University of Latvia, we have success stories, not only a student incubator of University of Latvia, but also green technology incubator together with partners from Norway, research projects together with companies on evaluation of heat insulation for construction materials, crystal growth, water floods modeling, and case with the anti-aging cosmetics, which you will hear a bit later, and also many more cases. As you already probably know, in Latvia we have around 2 million people, and around 95,000 of them are students. In 2005, we had more than 135,000 students. But due to demographic crisis, our student number decreased dramatically. And we expect that in the next years, decrease will be even more in the student numbers. From those 95,000 students, 16,000 are from University of Latvia. We have 13 faculties and 2 medical colleges in our university, 7 research institutes and 9 research institutes as agencies. We have 134 study programs, 800 PhD students, and 2,800 staff members and 900 faculty members. If we are talking about research, I would like to mention that our goal is to become internationally recognized research university, not only in Europe. And today we cover more than 50 research fields, which represents social science, medicine, education science, humanities, and mostly we focus, or priorities are health, environment, modeling of the processes and materials, and for sure ICT. We do support our researchers, doctoral schools, our research activities, and we also do support our development of research environment, infrastructure. And if we are talking about infrastructure, I should mention about our project, which is Academic Center in Riga. This is important project not only for University of Latvia, but for our country, because we are planning to provide opportunity for creating a modern environment for research and studies. And this is a long-awaited project, and is intended not only as a solution for effective use of premises, but also for application of modern saving technologies. And with this building, university wants to show and to prove that new ideas and energy technologies actually are utilizable. And yes, 1 minute. Actually, I would like to talk about this project for not only 1 minute, but for hours. And thank you, and I wish you successful discussions. And I would like to invite our next expert and already to give presentation on the real case.
Yes, hello. I'm happy to see you again here. I hope you had a wonderful time yesterday evening and got lots of contacts. I am Mikls Losans, again, the head of Business Incubator of University of Latvia. And our mission is to create entrepreneurs in Latvia. Our mission is to create young entrepreneurs in future Latvia. And we developed the incubator only last year, and we understood from the work in last year, we understood that our place in the business support ecosystem in Latvia is pre-incubation. And this pre-incubation process starts with young entrepreneurs, young individuals who want to start their business, and ends with people, young entrepreneurs, stable on their foot, with tested business idea, with tested team, and they can go further. So we help in this period, which is starting from just people who want to start business and ending with young entrepreneurs. And what we actually do. So we support these young people with their projects. We support with mentoring, with consultation, with premises, with lots of services which we have taken from the University of Latvia and from our partners from the private sector, from the business world. The second thing that we do is we make the entrepreneurial ecosystem in University of Latvia to show the students what is entrepreneurship, to help them to start to think about business, that it could be their future opportunities. And to do that, we are organizing different kind of events. We are organizing different lectures. We are organizing different activities. For example, a business game, business simulation game in 3 days, which is actually a real business, and I will show you a small video about that further on. And the third thing that we do is we develop new business instruments, and we are managing them, and just to help young entrepreneurs as well in their business, and I will tell about them too. My presentation won't be very long, so you're not going to be bored, and I hope that further on you can take some kind of ideas and discuss with me after the presentation. So I have shown 3 cases, which are 3 businesses that we think are successful in our incubator last year. This is a bike watch system. The team is Greynut, and they are inventing different kind of technology products. This is one of them, and this is the product that they started. Yes, thank you. 2 more minutes. Very nice. Okay, so this is a device for alarm system for bicycles. Then the second team was LatvianFoods.com, which is a team who are offering to Latvians abroad and people who are interested about Latvia, Latvian food, and they're sending them through the internet all over the world. The third team is Riga Nights, which is an application for people who are visiting Old Riga, who like to party and so on. So if you are visiting Old Riga tonight, you can use this Riga Nights application. And the events that we are organizing. So this is the first event, which is Tuesday Business Nights. We are asking entrepreneurs to come in and share their experience. The people who are joining here usually are students and young entrepreneurs or people who are thinking about business, and we exchange our ideas. We solve business problems that we face, and we solve them in brainstorming fashion each Tuesday. The second event is business competition Let's Launch. This event is for people who want to present their ideas to attract more people to the project, and they present the idea. Afterwards, okay, thank you. Afterwards, there are some competition which is based on applauses. The idea who gets the highest applauses will get the grant, about $400, 300 euro. And the third is event for business culture also, which is this 3-day business simulation, which is actually a real business. And I will show you the 1-minute video. The first day, we give them away. We give them a place to start, which is a cookie business. Last time it was cookie business. Then they understood what is the strategy, made the brand, made the production strategy, products and everything. The second day, they produced the cookies in the production place, and the third day, they sold the cookies in our hypermarkets. Do you have a sound here? No, yeah? Then too bad. Well, okay, so there are two teams, and the first team was named Cookie, the second team was named The Kiss, and in 3 days they made about 500 euros. So they sold their cookies for 5 hours. The first team sold for 300 euros, the second team sold for 200 euros in 5 hours. That is the best way how to test do you have the skills in business and do you like business, just to try it. And we made it in 3 days to simulate the business, which was actually a real entrepreneurship. And afterwards, few of the people understood, hey, I really like business, and I will continue further on. So yeah, it's called lightning business. And the last two slides, which is the instruments that we use for helping other entrepreneurs. This is a Fab Lab of University of Latvia. It's a prototyping studio which we launched about 6 months ago. It's a place where we offer two machines, which is 3D printer and a laser cutter. So people all around Riga can come to the Fab Lab and use the laser cutter and the 3D printer on their own. In this case, it's very cheap, it's very fast, and it's the best way to make a prototype, as you can imagine here in Latvia. And the last thing which we will develop in March is a proof of concept fund, which is just a fund for each student who is in the incubator. They can receive up to 300 euros to test their business viability in market. That's it. Thank you very much for your attention. I hope that I raised interest in you.
Thank you, Mikos. I think it was very interesting to hear a couple of stories of student business incubator and how we can stimulate entrepreneurship and just so create new businesses for local community. And right now I will welcome Anna, and Anna will share the story about new product development in cooperation with businesses in the area of cosmetics. Welcome.
Good morning or hello, and this is a pleasure for me to be here and represent the collaboration with companies we do in Faculty of Biology and specifically in Department of Microbiology and Biotechnology and the Laboratory of Biodosimetry Methods, which is a part of the department. So our staff is composed of both very experienced professionals, professors and senior researchers, as well as new and very eager researchers from specific fields concentrating on microbiology, biotechnology, and with emphasis on pharmaceuticals, biomaterials, and microbiological bioengineering. And we have two specific premises where we work. One is here in the center of Riga, where the department is located, and we concentrate there more on microbiology and on chemical testing. And the other lab is in Kleisti. That's 5 or 7 kilometers from here, and there we have a specific lab for work with cell and tissue cultures and do an in vitro testing of bioactive compounds. How do we collaborate with entrepreneurs? We collaborate in new product development for companies, and here is a schematic of how new products are developed, and we are open to discuss those strategies with companies and accept client strategy. Either it's to do only a single experiment and a single step of new product development or collaborate continuously. And if we move from the problem to idea in new product development, then area we are working, typical problems we need to solve for companies that need for more effective active ingredients in pharmaceutical products or consumer care products, cosmetics and hygiene products, or need to identify the biological features of new substances. That means characterization of them, applicability of them, prototyping, stabilization and optimization of extraction processes. And the ideas how to solve those problems in our lab are based on current scientific knowledge and research trends in the Europe and worldwide. If we focus on cosmetics, that what we do is we do in vitro testing. And why is it needed? First of all, it's needed because of the regulatory affairs, where the consumer safety is the first. We need to test the toxicity, irritancy of the product, if the product and the active ingredients are safe, especially the newly developed ones. And in Europe, there is, starting from this year, complete ban of any animal experiments in cosmetics industry. So only in vitro testing can be done to assess the safety and efficacy. What does it mean for a company? It means that there's a faster screening of active substances, and this helps to move faster in new product development, choosing active substances and choosing the process of extraction and including in the products. And also, if the company is clever enough, they can use very successfully these research data in their marketing to communicate with consumers on evidence-based, based in evidences. And an example is the collaboration with Madara Cosmetics, which is one of the leading organic cosmetics manufacturers in Baltics, selling their products in 25 countries worldwide, including Japan, and mostly focused on the Scandinavian market. We have collaborated with this company since January 2011, and the first steps we did the in vitro testing of a novel cosmetic base, which is a birch sap, and in vitro testing of plant-derived biologically active substances targeted at skin regeneration and anti-aging. What the company wanted us to do is they came with their idea which active substances they would like to use, and what we needed to determine is which concentration should be the most efficient and which aging mechanisms are targeted by these active substances, because for a product to be highly efficient, it's needed to target specific aging mechanisms. So I will skip those scientific data, but move to the results, and the result is a product that's already sold in all countries where Madara Cosmetics is represented. And this is a product line composed of a complete set of skincare products, facial skincare products, ranging from night and daily creams, eye treatment and serum, and it contains a complex of bioactive substances isolated from 7 different plants, and cosmetic base substituted by natural juice, which is a trend in organic cosmetics development since 2012 in worldwide organic cosmetics market. And what I would like to note is that those scientific results we produced for Madara Cosmetics, they were clever enough to use very successfully in communication with consumers and had a very successful marketing campaigns. And as a result, I told this was a very efficient, fast project, and we started in the beginning of 2012, and already at the end of we started 2011, and at the end of 2012, they got the prize, Export and Innovation Awards prize here in Latvia. So this is a very short one, but I think a good example. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Anna. And I think this example shows and relates to many of the things that we discussed yesterday regarding the criteria, what makes case study a success story. So thank you for sharing your story. And with this, I would like to invite Petteri. Petteri is Head of Development at the Business and Innovation Development Center of the University of Turku. And Petteri will talk about 2 case studies in Finland. And the floor is yours, Petteri.
Thank you. and I'm glad to be here. Together with my colleague Kaapo Seppälä, we have prepared these slides and these cases to be shared with you. First, some facts about our university and our center. I would describe the University of Turku as a middle-sized European multidisciplinary research university. It's about 90 years old, but the academic heritage is much longer in Turku. We have about 3,500 employees and some 20,000+ students at our university. Our unit, Business and Innovation Development, BID, is a special unit not attached to any faculty, and we are operating together with our technology transfer office in the field of approaching the industry, approaching the businesses. We have several tasks. What I'm presenting here mainly describes about tasks we are involved with the university business cooperation, exchanging the knowledge of our department and the university in general for the public sector, for the private sector, and serving as a service or platform for that cooperation with the industries. And if thinking from the university business cooperation point of view, this is what I would call our portfolio: business intelligence activities, doing financial analysis, consumer analysis, competition analysis, boosting and facilitating innovation development, believing in open innovation philosophy, and of course trying to boost the creativity by having a certain facilitated processes and projects. Exploiting the information and communication system technology, we have about 40 engineers working in our department, so the staff or the knowledge in that sense is a extensive. Doing research in various fields, media communication businesses, small business development, developing new business models together with the trade associations, together with the single companies, and some other business areas as well. We are operating quite a lot with the scientific-based companies and trying to boost the development of or the utilization of the research results. I'm not concentrating on that much, so I'm more talking about our operations with the existing companies today. So the traditional way of operating with businesses can be illustrated like this. So the faculties or the researchers or research teams are directly connected to the certain businesses, and that's okay, that's fine, that should continue. It's often very effective. There are long-term relationships for the companies and industries, and in many cases it operates well. It's not facilitated processes. Businesses and the faculties and the researchers do get these contacts through various channels, and they can exploit them. That's fine. But what we have trying to add value to this project is that we will try to collect the data and information from businesses and from the faculties, so that we would have some knowledge of the know-how and some knowledge of the needs of the businesses, and through that way we could generate some projects in order to develop something new and to let's say assist and serve the community and the businesses. We are learning this process. We are not perfect yet, but hopefully we will get better, and that's one of the reasons why we are involved in this project, for example. Now have collected the usual suspects. Let's say these are kind of common cases what we operate with the companies. This is not an exhaustive list. We have other kind of projects as well, including applied research projects, for example. But quick solutions needed, research-based business development or scientific-based consulting, and then training programs. And if thinking a bit more about these, the quick solutions can be sanity checks for the competitors or some service providers. It can be analysis using our database, which has a global financial database of the company's annual reports. It can be matchmaking, finding the right service providers, and often it's business development paratroopers, as we have started to call this group of people which can be rapidly employed to assist in certain problems. Maybe more common are the research-based business development, because this includes some survey or qualitative research element, and based on that giving guidelines and roadmaps how to proceed. It can be a single company, but quite often it's a business sector or group of companies. It can include some education as well, and often ends up with the ideas of some new innovation development programs. And finally, of course, training programs, they can be tailored for certain companies, but here again it's more often it's a group of companies on certain business sector. And then what we are doing a lot is a entrepreneurship and innovation education for the students, typically non-business students, so that those who are majoring in some other discipline will get some ideas of the entrepreneurial skills. And we are doing that also for the doctoral students in Turku and internationally as well in connection with the European Institute of Technology and Innovation. And now, finally, I get to our success stories. The Adi Furniture is an existing company which was in a relatively healthy situation when we met them in connection of one of our projects. But they had an idea that they could develop their operations somehow, but didn't know exactly what to do. So what we did was that after discussing with them, first we did introduce companies and entrepreneurs from other industries who were using other materials, other business models, plastic component manufacturer, a light metal component manufacturer, an ICT, or rather IT hardware company which did measurements, and introduced them to each other, having facilitated sessions of discussing about how could they proceed. And before starting, we already made agreements that if there will be a positive outcome of this, how is that positive outcome going to be shared? So that everybody knew the rules when they joined this project. And then we did these sessions, and they had several ideas. Then our team did let's say, sanity check or kind of evaluation of those ideas, that which one or ones could be such that we can proceed with. And we ended up to propose one, how would I measure it, or say it's a acoustic office space divider would be probably a good word. And so it combined the know-how of this furniture company. It needed the materials from the plastic manufacturer and the light metal manufacturer, and then the acoustic measurements from the IT company. And as a result, the Galando series was launched, and the companies had a agreement that this furniture company will do the selling, will get the income, but they are going to pay royalties for the others, and they had a long-term subcontracting contracts with the other companies. So this I would, or we are describing this as a open innovation case. We could also say that this is a business development case or matchmaking case. but we really think that this ended up to be a nice success. The other case we are presenting is a bit different. I would say this falls in the category of scientific consulting or rather research-based business development. The boating industry, those making a leisure time boats in Finland, they hit the economic recession as everybody else, and maybe harder because no one was buying, or the sale of the new boats was diminishing, of course. And they approached but they had a trade association, Finnish boat industry, and through one conference we ended up to discuss with them, and together with the industry organization Aalto University in Helsinki and our unit, we started a project in thinking of how could we boost the sale of these boats and assist the members of this trade association or industry organization. And we decided to approach those boat owners and those who are not yet boat owners but would probably like boating, and did a research cluster analysis of the results and factoring results analysis of the results, and ended up to have a results that these boat owners as well as the non-boat owners, they had needs which the current boat manufacturers couldn't meet. They need additional services, for example, access to the leisure time harbors for the boat owners. And those who were not yet boat owners, they, for example, wish to have a timeshare boating or charter boating. Possibility to do it without having to invest in a boat itself. So we actually ended up to have 4 user groups or archetype groups of in both of these boaters and non-boaters, and we could provide a roadmap or executive summary for the industry in order that them to think about how to address these groups and how to fine-tune their sales strategy so that they could increase their sales. Obviously, they have now increased their sales, and hopefully, I believe that we had something to do with it, and it's not only because of that we are gradually getting better from this economic situation. Thank you for the possibility to share this with you.
Thank you, Petteri. It was really interesting to see and hear your stories. I particularly like that you call your development center a surface for university and business cooperation, and I think it's a good kind of characteristic of what you do in your center. Thank you. And with this, I give a floor to and invite Elizabeth from University of Stavanger, and Elizabeth will share with us the story of lifelong learning and how they serve business needs in their education offerings. Okay.
Good morning, all my new friends. Thanks you for yesterday. To show you where we are, a little bit about our university before we start. Our university is a very small one. It's very new, only 10 years next year. And it's situated in the west of Norway. It's very important to tell that this university is built by the society. That's why I said it's rich and diverse society. Without that, we wouldn't be a university. There was the society, the public and the private sector who decided that they want to make have our own university. So that's why we are very close to the society, both private and public sectors. This is our campus. It's very small though. We have about 1,300 employees, 9,000 students, and of them it's thousands international students. And it's important to tell us that or it's still free to go to school in Norway. And it's also for the international students. And it's very important for us to stay like that, because we need the diversity at our university. We need all of you people to come over and share together. I think that will make the most of it. This is how we are organized, and it's important to see the way we are organized, because it tells you that everything we do, you come out of the centers, the R&D centers, going to the International Research Institute, going down to TTOs, and all the investments people together. So we are all combined together, so we know where to go if you have a new experience or some innovation. So the whole university is built up as you know where to go if you have something on your mind. The R&D centers for us is very important. And again, as we said yesterday, they are built together with the university, the private and the public sectors. So on the boards of all these centers are mixed together with all these people, and from the center that we're working. And my story today will be from the Zero Center. A little bit about the background. In Norway, we have a very low unemployment rate right now, and sometimes that's not very good. And we will see that due to the low birth rate and high influence of elderly in the workforce, people have to stay much longer in work. That's that we see that 2.7 changes in the career. You have like 2.7 different careers during your life because you stay so long in your in working. And that's why it's important to say that lifelong learning has been a very important part of the university as a strategy because we're giving back to society. And as well, of course, creating income. If not income, if you can't tell anything about the money, you wouldn't be on the strategy. We decided together with the safety and security industry, offshore industry in Norway, who was the one main task why we become a university, because we have the oil industry, we are the oil capital of Norway. They decided that this was the way to become a university. There where we got our first PhDs, and due to that fact, the oil industry saw that they needed more courses, more education to take the new knowledge that was coming when they developed the oil industry. And they started making new classes together with us, and they paid for it. And so then they saw that this is not only for the oil industry, this is for all. If we come together, all the different, like the police, the hospital industry, firefighters, all these together, they even learn more. And I think we learn even more that we have to work together after what's happened in Norway some years ago. This program was then decided with the university and the one who owned the programs to say that, okay, we make it an experience-based master program. You get a degree and you get your credits. It's about 90 credits you get from this program, and master thesis and diploma. You have to have 3 to 5 years working experience from the field, and it's due to the Center of Risk Management, the R&D center. And we see that it's important to have a center taking care of the teams in this program, so we know that somebody's owning it. And they have the collaboration with the authorities or the one who's owning the program or the business sector. And my institute, we are facilitating these groups. And we decided that these groups were here to make a program that we said was combining work and education. Because the people who's going and taking this class, they're working, they have families, and they're taking a new education. They may be changing the careers, they are maybe making new careers, they do, if they want promotion, And what we see, it's hard for us to get people that don't have any education to get back to school. If you have an education, it's much easier to go back to school than start on the bottom. We made, on these focus groups, we make an MBA. We have service management for the hospitality industry. And we have offshore technology. That's a new program starting from the spring 2014. And they're all made together with a center. And the center have these communities with industry. And they decided what do we need in our region. And together with them, we make a demand. And I think that's demand is the most important thing, because if not, they wouldn't be there. And we said that subjects can change due to the fact what's happening. We see, for instance, we had like a little case called CSI. We were supposed to tell about it today, but it's not yet finished. That's why we couldn't say so much about it. But it's together with the Archaeological Museum, archaeology, yeah, and the police force, the university, and the hospitality industry, pathology. They're working together to create a scene scenario. And the firefighters, if something happening, what are you going to do on the scenes of a crime? So, and they put that into the master program. So you can choose. We have another team is hospitality safety, pre-safety, when you come to hospitality, what's happened to you. And that's made with the university and the hospitality. And you can put that in the same program and you can get your master thesis. As we said yesterday, this is very, very important for the professor. They're getting very close to the industry. As a nice experience, one of the teachers told me that they made a fire escape in a kindergarten from the 3rd floor during these classes. It was one firefighter and one lady from the kindergarten. Together, they took the classes and they made a master thesis. And they made a fire escape from the 3rd floor for babies. Because when it's burning and you are 5 kids and you're going to rescue some, how are you going to do that fast? So they made like a safety one. And together, they make these things. And that's what happened with our professor. They get very close to the industry right there and then. They don't have to wait for the new students to grow up and become, then they may be too old. And we see that what happened to these people when they are together, they also get money, funding for the projects they're doing because they get close to the industry right there. And they're marketing for themselves what they are doing at school. And that's a very good, important marketing session for us to have these classes because we can tell about our university direct to the industry. Some of the results, I think that's important to say. Just from 2012 to 2013, we had a 61% increase in student numbers and income. I can tell you that €1 million is going direct back to the university in different ways. We know that the Center of Ceros had just employed 2 new staff, though to the way we are not allowed to employ anymore, just because of this money. And then they can use the money. The result of this project, there are no hassle with it. You don't have to put extra money on it. You can use it for exactly what you want to use it for. If you want to put extra money in another project, you can do that because it's up to the center to decide what they want to use with the money. And Ceros decided that they want to put more effort into this so they can generate more money. Because we see that it's fully booked until 2015, and we have to have more teachers to do the master thesis together with the students. And then we get very close to the industry in this way. As I told you, other programs, the MBAs, totally made of the industry. They told us what they wanted. They told us what they needed to have. And when you started that process with industry, you see that, okay, then they are committed to deliver students too. If you go to Statoil are with us during this program, okay, then they have to send students too. And you make the demand from the beginning because they have been decided what they wanted to. And we talked about marketing yesterday. We do a lot of marketing because we have other university competing with us, not only in Stavanger, but all over the world. So we do a lot of marketing in the news, in media, and yeah, it's going to start tomorrow, the big marketing campaign due to this. So that's what I have to say.
Thank you, Elizabeth. I think that was another interesting story, and it's very, I think, thrilling for universities here in Latvia also to see how lifelong learning centers can attract additional funding and raise budgets for universities, even though the traditional classical studies are free for all students locally and internationally. Thank you for this. Next speaker is Monika, and Monika is Head of Intellectual Property Management and Commercialization Department at Vilnius University, and Monika will talk about a startup company working in lightning technologies, and the floor is yours.
Okay, so once more, hello to everyone. And I would like to start from some facts about Vilnius University. And we are the oldest and the biggest university in Lithuania, and regarding our establishment, we are one of the oldest in the region. And we are really a big university. We call ourselves a classical university because we cover everything from humanities, social sciences, technological, fundamental, life sciences, and so on. So we also have about 20,000 students and more than 4,000 employees. And despite the fact that we are like a classical university, we cover both. Of course, first of all, the fundamental science, but we also do the applied science, which then leads to our relations to the business. And of course, our faculties, our institutes, they deal with business themselves through projects, through various kind of collaborations. But we also say that we even internally within the administration have such kind of a knowledge triangle, which joins higher education, research, and business. And our offices, directorates within the main administration cover all these three areas. And in such case, we see how we integrate relations with the business through all activities that our university does. In general, we say that Lithuania is kind of a moderate innovator, and our R&D expenditure is quite low. And the other issue is that we have quite a complex institutional structure, because we have many universities, many colleges, many separate institutes, and so on and so forth, which bring kind of complex structure in this business research interaction. But in general, what we see for the next period until 2020, that we have to intensify our commercialization, and it's very much fostered by our government. And of course, our universities are very much now eager to do that more intensively. So when we talk about our business and research interaction at the university level, Our university is a part of two valleys, Saulētekis and Santara, which aims to connect research and development, higher education, and business. And in these valleys, we work not only like our university, but also other universities, institutes. We are now starting to build 2 new research centers for life sciences and for fundamental sciences, and also the project of biotech incubator building is also in progress. And within these valleys, we also have quite a lot of companies, the high-tech companies, and not only startups, but also the established companies from lasers, from biotech, and from these high-tech areas where Lithuania is strong. In generally, we already have more than 50% of our funding from various projects and collaboration with other institutions, including businesses. And during 6 years, we implemented more than 100 projects where we collaborated with business companies in developing various kind of products. And we have many initiatives that help researchers to do that, and Vilnius University researchers usually are the most active ones in such kind of initiatives. The other thing that is very much increasing recently is the patents. And I'm talking not about Lithuanian patents, but about international, European, USA, Japan. And also we are establishing startup companies. And in our university, we base our startup companies not on the students, but on our researchers. And we still see a lot of potential there. And we believe that when you establish a startup or a spin-off company from your researchers, it has much more potential to be a very successful business. And also we have open access centers which offer infrastructure and services for the external clients. So like everyone from all over the world can come and order some services or do research on our infrastructure. And I would like to go through one case. It's about our startup company, Ledigma, which is working in lightning technologies. And I chose this company because I like very much how it was established. It was established in 2012, quite recently, and but it was established based on the research that was already made at our Institute of Applied Research already for like more than 10 years. And this field of lightning technologies is very much developed within our university. And the issue is that Ledigma was established and is now led mainly by the young researchers, but also very well known and with a long-term experience researchers also participate in this company. And how they decided to establish this startup is, of course, because they had long-term experience. They already collaborated with business very intensively because this lightning field is, well, very much applied one. They had the infrastructure at the university. They had even some patented technologies, and also they had a very effective team. That's why I put this picture here. It's just a part of the team, the most active one, but in the middle we can see the main scientist. He is a young one, but very well known. And on one side, we see the production manager, on the other side, the director who leads the administrative part. But the issue is that these people really believe in what they are doing. They're not counting the hours. And the issue is that despite the fact that they already have their ledigma and doing business out of it, they are still very active in their research, and they are still working at the university and doing the research. So in a very simple way, what is the idea of the ledigma? So they are offering a product, some specific lamp. I will not go into technical details because I'm not very good in that. But as they say, with a solid state light, which is in a simple words would say a white light, and by regulating the intensity and the saturation, you can have a totally different view of the same objects. So as you see here, well, it's not very well visual here, but in generally you can have the same object with a very dull colors or with a very saturated ones. And you might have the question why it is important. And I will cover it a little bit later after several slides in what areas it can be used. So what they are offering, it's a specific lamp which has some applications on the computer which can regulate all the lighting. And I have the slide with the technology. I will not go into detail because I don't understand it. But the issue is that with the application they have made, you regulate all the lighting and make it as you want, and just observe the object and make it look as it looks the best. So what they have already done since 2012, which means a little bit more than a year, they have fully commercialized two products. I have shown only one lamp. They have several of them with a little bit different characteristics. They already produced quite a big amount of them, more than, at the moment, more than 60 units. And it's really, not a very massive product. They are offering also some services by installing all these devices. They have made the software. They have 4 new working places. And they even established an association for the developers of lighting technologies. And already some companies are members there, and Vilnius University will also join it. So, as I said, what is the market for the idea? So, the first of all is the art galleries and museums, because it's a huge problem for the museums, for the art galleries, to show the paintings and all the nice things they have in the way that you could really experience the real beauty and of that object or of that painting. And with these lighting technologies, which really are not expensive ones, you can do it very easily. And also you can use it for some unique shops which really sell, let's say, expensive goods, or for some restoration places, for aquariums and so on, where you really need to have the good visual seeing of the object. And also, even for some restaurants or specific private places, interiors, for the people that really can invest in that. And I was always thinking that the lamps they are selling, they are expensive ones. But as an example, if you want to buy one of these lamps, it costs only about 300 euros. And the more you buy of them, the cheaper it is. So in general, they have no existing competitors in the market, and they are offering quite a cheap and unique product. And what they are also doing, they are even now negotiating with some Italian companies who would implement their technology in their lightning products. And we are very happy as a university about that, because there is some part of intellectual property in their technology from the university, which means that we would also have even some financial benefit from this company, despite that they are based in the university, our students work there, and so on. So thank you.
Thank you, Monica, and it was really, again, interesting story to hear. And you know, we are just renovating our National Arts Museum in Riga, so probably Ledigma could approach the Latvian community, culture community, and offer their products. Okay, so it's nice. And last but not least, we invite Henrika. Henrika is Head of International Business and Marketing Chair at the SMK University of Applied Sciences, and we will hear a story how University Business Cooperation is supporting education to deliver skills according to the needs of labor market, and thus solving some unemployment issues.
Hello to everyone. University of Applied Social Sciences, SMK, is nearly 20 years old. It's a private university of applied sciences, and we are having such study programs as the applied computer programming and multimedia, advertising design, finances, banking, public relations, management. We are working with joint degree programs, international marketing and branding, technologies, and innovation management. So we have a variety of students that already working as graduates in our local markets, in international markets, and also students that we have now at SMK also one day will have to become employers or employees in Lithuanian labor market. And various researchers of labor market showing that sometimes it's a problem for graduates to find their workplaces because of few reasons. It's not enough to have professional skills. Sometimes we need soft skills like teamwork, possibility to speak in public, possibility to communicate with different people, intercultural communication skills, and so on. Another thing is that, well, in nowadays economics, after worldwide crisis, not enough of workplaces even now in Lithuanian market. So we need to make sure that our graduate students will be able to establish businesses themselves and become not only employees but also employers. So SMK have different active programs, and we have a goal to ensure that students will use their academic knowledge during study period, and also will be able to complete their full knowledge with the soft skills, professional skills, and other things needed for labor market. So first of all, I would like to say that I'm myself participating in such a programs, and we find ways to improve students' entrepreneurial skills. We try to introduce them to labor market earlier, before they graduate, and to have enough of knowledge to establish their own businesses, and to work with business enterprises, being still students. So how we do that? First of all, we look for all possibilities with our social partners, with our graduates that became our social partners, with various companies in area to get case studies and to get real problems from business, to be able to learn by doing. Meaning that if company have such a project or problem sometimes, and they need different view, they phone us, we meet, and students together with coordinating lecturer find the ways, suggestions how to solve various problems. Another thing is that what we see sometimes, business still needs some academic knowledge. So students working with business, still being students, they can show them the newest theories and introduce what they just learned fresh. And of course, to communicate with business, you need a lot of different skills. And seeing how business people working, students get their entrepreneurial skills, and that's how we are enhancing employability in a local market. So besides those professional skills, students working in our projects, they develop other soft skills like team management, because like one soldier is not a soldier really in a war. So you need to have team, you need to communicate in team properly to make sure that team will do needed work. So also they get project management skills because they have to represent their results. They get public speaking skills. Not all the cases arrive to University of Applied Social Sciences from business directly. Sometimes students go and introduce themselves and ask for cases for possibility to cooperate. So they get negotiation skills. And because students already registered like spin-off company, their association, they also are learning how to sell their work, their capabilities, and so they get selling skills. And the case I'm introducing is a junior enterprise, tomorrow's project. It's a 1.5 year working students team, students association, where works students from different study programs. Now there are some computer programming students, advertising design students, finance and banking study program students, and public relations students. Also few students from international business study program. And all students, as you can see, are from various study programs, so they can really make business projects because they have various skills, professional skills. They also have one supervising lecturer, supervising meaning not working for students, but advising how to communicate or solve internal problems. And what they do projects with local businesses, like a bit later I will introduce what they already done, but it's our social partners that gives cases and shows their problems, or just gives an order to our students to make, for example, website. Also, students cooperate with graduates, which again, it's a possibility for them to see what skills will be needed after they will finish studies. And also, what is also extra knowledge is participating in various competitions, where again, they can get different situations to solve. And it's nice to introduce that we already have implemented projects, like we've done few websites, and one of the websites students produced was for Future Visioneers project, which is, as you know, Lithuania is now kind of in charge of European Parliament this year, and we have a lot of events in Lithuania for this reason. So one of the events have a website, and our students had an honor to make website for this event. Also websites for the program, other companies like Sport Club and so on. Also we get orders for designing, for advertising, and one of the examples I included in my slides is the posters, diplomas, advertisement for newspapers for Young Music Festival last spring in Klaipėda. Also, when there is need a student program, they do market researches for different companies. And also companies notice that this project, this junior enterprise company, is very good when local businesses need to find out what student segment is thinking. So we research students' opinion and give solutions for different companies. So that's my case I wanted to introduce today, and I hope if will be any questions, I will answer them.
Thank you, Henrik, also for sharing another important and interesting aspect of university business cooperation, and facilitating entrepreneurial and soft skills for young students and young community. So with this, I really want to say huge thanks to everybody who shared the story, and I'm kind of very interested actually to discuss and ask and question. Unfortunately, we don't have a Q&A session at this moment, but I think we can network during the coffee break and chat with each other, and then come back here in 10 minutes. And then we continue with kind of the second session for this event, where the success threshold will be discussed, and where Confederation of Employers of Latvia will share also their experience from vocational education aspect within the similar program. So thank you, and let's get back in 10 minutes from now.